Hi guys. Deadpool and Wolverine is directed by Sean Levy. It is the third installment in the Deadpool franchise and is the 35th installment in the MCU. So Cameron is here joining me. Everybody say hi. It's been a little bit since you've been on the channel.
Been a little bit. I took a brief sabbatical to take some time for myself.
Yeah. So, this is probably one of the most anticipated movies of this year. Not one of mine personally, but a lot of other people were really, really excited for it. I have kind of a contentious relationship with the Deadpool franchise. I really like the first movie. I think it's kind of a great study of character and stuff like that. And I think the second one is kind of obnoxious and really bland. So, I don't know, my expectations were definitely tempered coming to this movie, especially because a lot of the trailers I was not a big fan of. Cameron?
I really liked it. I, agree with, after we watched the movie and we were, leaving the theater, Jake pointed out to me, some, cringy moments that, he felt were very painful. And, I agree that, yeah. But in the moment, it was I don't know, I just thought it was all really funny, and I just liked it. And that didn't really bother me.
So, as Cameron is saying, she liked the movie definitely a little bit more than I did, but I ended up really coming around to Deadpool and Wolverine. It is, I don't know, it's definitely a mess. This movie goes to places that I felt like were too much sometimes. It throws a lot at you, a lot at once, and it doesn't really stay all that much afloat, I would say. There's a lot of imbalance within the story, and I think that kind of comes apart in the second act. But once things started ramping up more towards the third act, and even parts of the first act, I really liked. I could not deny it. I was having fun. I was laughing. I was really enjoying a lot of the action sequences. I felt like Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds actually had a lot of chemistry, which is another thing I was really worried about from the trailers specifically. And it wasn't I don't know, I feel like Deadpool 2 the entire time was just reminding you over and over again that it was in on the joke. It's in on the joke. It knows how stupid it is. It's in on the joke. It's in on the joke. And this movie wasn't afraid to be more ridiculous in a, I don't know, more, not sentimental way, but sincere way. Anything more to say?
I agree. And I thought it was really funny. And I like the Deadpool movies because, actually, we were talking about this in the car last night. The Deadpool movies are very, refreshing in terms of just, because I'm not a Marvel fan at all. So it's surprising even for myself that I enjoy those kind of movies. And it's just because like we were saying, The Boys and Invincible, they're very popular right now because the Marvel fans are growing up and they want something more, the bad birds and the brutal stuff, and it's we want more rated R movies. And the fight scenes were really good. They really took advantage of the R rating with that, I think. But that bald lady really annoyed me.
Yeah.
I didn't really care for that part at all.
We're not going to spoil anything because this movie kind of hinges on the fact of surprises, on weird cameos, characters that you're not expecting to be in there, twists and turns that will have audiences cheering. That kind of fan servicey stuff really irks me in certain movies, especially another MCU movie that did that, No Way Home. I think I will save my thoughts on that movie for another time because I could go on and on about how much I don't like No Way Home. But besides that, yeah, that's the one that we saw in the movie theater together. It had Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland all teaming up as Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like, Cameron, this movie could have very easily been that. I was just being oh, look, it's that character. Oh, look, it's that character. And
just for a lot of cheering.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Weird audience pause moments. And they're that happens.
I hate that.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's the corniest
like hold for
trick.
applause.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
I'm not clapping.
However, this movie does that a decent amount, and sometimes it is groan worthy, sometimes it's like, okay. And other times it seems warranted, and it seems like a genuine enough shock to be like, oh my god, this happens.
Like, can I say
go for
that part?
Just no spoilers. Like, no heavy, like, nothing.
I don't think it's a spoiler. But, like in terms of, like, guests and cameos, like, yeah, Blake Lively's in it as, like, Lady Pool, but they don't, like, do, like, she's just, like, there. You know what I mean? They don't do the whole, like, unmasking, and she's, like, and it, like, zooms in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not, it's, like, more casual in a way where it's just, like, oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Look at that.
I thought you were pointing to the camera for a second. The sequence with all the Deadpools, I think, is probably my favorite part of the movie. Not only because they did this one really long tracking action shot, kind of akin to what they did in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That was really cool.
With all the blood.
Yeah, and letting the movie be a bloody, cursing-filled mess. I think, I don't know. It rang a little bit true, if that makes sense. It felt genuine, and I feel like a lot of the people involved with this movie had a lot of love for the story that they were telling, even if parts like there's a lot of like canceling jokes and like kind of frat boy homoerotic jokes that I think don't kind of hit with a thud. So I just think that there are a lot of jokes in this movie that really don't land for me. There's a lot of humor that I think could have just been cut out completely, including certain characters. But there's also a lot that I ended up really liking a lot more than I thought I would. The action sequences were very fun. I think everybody gave a pretty good performance, and I think that this was the right introduction to R-rated movies in the MCU. I think it combined the best of the Fox Marvel movies and the MCU Marvel movies and kind of meshed them together, and that it wasn't always like a clean mesh. It wasn't, I guess it wasn't seamless whatsoever, but I did end up enjoying this movie quite a bit. Do you have any final thoughts?
I want to rewatch it.
Okay.
I think it would be just as fun rewatching it.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's our thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5.
And I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
Very nice. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. Thank you, Cameron, for being on with me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And other than that, I am going to be working on my 100th subscriber special. Yay, we hit 100 subscribers. Very proud of that. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and letting me to continue doing this and giving me positive feedback. It really helps get more of these videos out there. And yeah, I will let you guys know what that video is when it drops. So thank you so much. We'll see you later.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to continue supporting. Bye!